Okay, so Google just released a brand new tool that lets you build a website based on the information of your business. So this website building capability exists under the tool or platform called Google Pomelli, which is basically an AI marketing tool from Google. And with this tool, you can build a photo shoot or social media campaign, and it is very, very easy to use because again, it is created for people who are not really into AI and all sort of the technicalities of using AI tools. So instead, this is a system that lets you build a photo shoot, social media post, and in this case, now we can build a website based on your business information, or in this case, they call it business DNA. So it will dictate the color, the style, the layout, and even the vibe, like the text, how it should communicate to your potential customers can be customized inside of the business DNA. So this is definitely a nice update because it makes the process of building a website to be even easier. Now, don't get me wrong, right now we're already able to build a website really good using AI Studio, Anti-Gravity, and even Gemini, but now with this tool, it is even easier, and I would say it's the dream of vibe coding because you don't have to worry about anything that is technical about building a website. So this is one example that I recreated using the website tool inside of Google Pomelli. And by the way, this is based on the website. The actual website is howtotools.com. So it is able to capture the color, the text, the font of the original website, and then apply that into this new page. Now, some of you who might be familiar with Google Pomelli might have a question. I mean, isn't that when we want to create a business DNA in Google Pomelli, we have to provide a URL or website first? Well, actually, no, you don't have to. And secondly, even if you already have a website, there is actually a good reason to build a landing page or a website using Google Pomelli. And I'll explain the reasoning later. But for now, I'm going to show you how you can build a custom website using Google Pomelli in just a few minutes. So let's get into it. First, you have to navigate to the onboarding page of Google Pomelli. So this is the URL labs.google.com/Pomelli, and I guess I'm going to put the link of this page in the description down below. So this is just the onboarding process. I'm going to click Let's Go. Okay, yeah. You can actually enter your existing website to be analyzed by AI. So later you can create a marketing campaign or photo shoot about your product, and you don't have to enter the details in the prompt because AI has been able to analyze your website. But in this case, I would assume that you don't have a website. So I'm going to select this option. But if you do have a website already, then just enter the URL and then click continue, and then just wait for Google Pomelli to crawl to your website and try to understand everything about your business based on the information in your website. But again, for me, I'll just click no website. And now I can either use a template or generate the business DNA from scratch, and I'm going to select that option. So this is where I can upload a document. I actually have a PDF document about this particular website called Belkin. So they're selling iPhone accessories, I believe, and maybe for Android as well. But yeah, it's basically a company who sells accessories for mobile devices. Okay, now just wait for the content or website to be analyzed. Okay, do you want to start generating your business DNA? Sure, why not? Let's generate the business DNA. So it's going to capture the business name, the logo, the fonts, colors, the values, the tonality, the general overview, the aesthetic of the brand, tagline, and some other things. And you can, of course, upload documents that might contain your business address, business email, or what you are selling. You can do all of that. Okay, so it looks great. Okay, let me see. Got it. To complete your business DNA, I can offer a strategic walkthrough, or we can focus on finishing quickly. Okay, I think I'm totally fine with skipping some details. Okay, I can enter logo. but yeah, I'll just skip some details here. Although it's ideally you want to enter as many details as possible in the business DNA. That's my recommendation, but you know what, I'll just skip some of them. I'll just make this as quick as possible. And now after this, we should be able to continue to the next step, and you can choose to either build a photo shoot or build a brand book, or maybe creating a social media post based on the templates based on the image AI image model that is available on Google Pomelli. But for this video, we're going to just focus on building a website. Now, if you are interested to create a photo shoot or a social media post, then you can check my tutorials on my channel. There are plenty of videos about Google Pomelli. You can check them out. Okay, I guess I will select something like Poppins. Okay, I guess I'm going to try to finish this as quickly as possible. And yeah, I'll just click let's go. Now we can build a website. I'm going to click website. So yeah, this particular business that I use as a demo do have their own website, but again, I'll just show you this just to give you an overview about how this website's feature actually work inside of Pomelli. Now, it is generating a website, and it is based on the business DNA, based on the documents or assets that we have provided earlier. Now, what if you already have a website, and what is the point? What is the merit of actually building yet another website, yet another landing page inside of Google Pomelli? Well, I would imagine that you can use this to create a very custom website, still consistent to your brand, but let's say you want to create a marketing campaign for a particular event, like maybe Christmas or New Year or any other event, and then you can make the website to be very different, like you can decorate it to a different color, different style. But when someone visits the website and they want to buy your product, they will still open your actual website, your original website. Your original website remains unchanged, and yet when you want to create a marketing for a particular event or some campaign purposes, or maybe you want to highlight a particular product, you don't have to rebuild or change anything on your main website. You can just create a sort of landing page that is essentially similar when it comes to the style and brand consistency to your actual website, and you can create it as many as you like. You can customize it without touching anything on your website, and depending on your website architecture or your framework, this is actually way simpler than rebuilding or changing your website. Like I do have a website myself, and I can tell you that if I want to change anything, then I need to spend a day just to make sure that it doesn't destroy anything accidentally. So that's, I think, one benefit or one use case of actually building another website or landing page, even though you might already have a website for your business or organization. Okay, so this is the result. Now, if you want to preview it, you can click preview in new tab. And remember, it is not yet published, it is still private, and not everyone can open it. So we got some images that are AI generated, and honestly the website is okay, it's not terrible, but yeah, let's say it is not the most sophisticated website that I have ever seen. However, if you don't quite like it and you want to change a few things, you can always modify the content. So let me just go back here. You can click edit. And okay, so yeah, you can update your link here. So this is I would say the call to action. It is on the top right corner of the screen. So it could be your email, your address, your phone number, or the buy button to your actual shopping page. That's why having a website and then have this landing page in Google Pomelli still makes a lot of sense. Okay, so here you can modify a few things, like let's say I want to see more images on the website. Okay, I'm going to click send and just wait. And also, I kind of like the fact that when you are making a change on the website, it is creating another version, like there is version 1, version 2, version 3. This is a lot less complicated. It is just more intuitive for most people. Usually if a developer builds a website, they will create, this is the beta version, still testing, and maybe version 1.5, 1.6, but here it is just simpler, version 1, version 2. So again, it is a tool that was made for the average layman. It is not for developers, but it is definitely making it easy to create a website. And by the way, you can always modify your business DNA, like you can modify your location, your keywords, and you can add some reviews to your page, and also you can change the color, add some logo. Now in this case, I don't provide enough information about the business, that's why it is not exactly the same. But even that, from just the basic info of the business, Google Pomelli is able to extrapolate some info about it, and you can create a website that has a similar vibe, similar style to the original website that I use for this demo. So yeah, you can modify anything, and then you can modify the business DNA, and then you can update the website. All right, let me just go back in the website section. Yeah, it might take quite a while. I don't know what is the AI model that is being used to build the website, but I would imagine this is probably a form of Gemini Flash, maybe even Gemini Pro, but I think it is probably just Gemini Flash. Okay, now if you want to publish your website, you can click this publish toggle. Okay, and then you can preview it. Let me just check that. Yeah, perhaps one big problem that I noticed right away is that the URL is not yet customizable. You cannot change this. So this is only for testing. This is only for some small marketing campaign, I would say, because I just don't like the fact that we cannot change the URL of the page. So this is still the labs.google.com, which is not very official. And I guess that is something that hopefully can be improved in the future. Yeah, I think we can now see more images on the page. I think they're adding a few images at the bottom. So the first version doesn't have this picture or this row of images. And you can see that there is this label, meaning that it was generated by AI. Yeah, it is okay, although I wish I have more material so it can generate a more interesting looking website and more relevant based on the business, like the previous example that I used for the hotel website. Like it has some great images that were based on the actual products of this business, so that's why it can look really good. But in my demo here, it's not able to follow everything. So yeah, just make sure that you provide enough information like text, logo, color, the font that you use on your website, and of course the images, so AI can at least build something that is very, very similar to your actual website. So I guess that's basically it, and this is still very early. Remember, this is just an experiment from Google, and I'm pretty sure that eventually they will implement some of the features in Google Pomelli into a more mainstream tool like Google Anti-Gravity, Google Gemini, or maybe Google AI Studio, because we actually have seen some examples of Google experiment that ended up to be a feature in Gemini. So perhaps we can see something like this, or at least a version of it in other more popular Google tools. But for the time being, this is basically how you can build a website using Google Pomelli, and I highly recommend to use this tool if you are looking for a way to create a marketing campaign, for creating social media posts or a photo shoot of your products without prompting knowledge, without AI knowledge, because everything has been designed in Google Pomelli to be as easy to use as possible for the average person. Yeah, I hope you learned something from this video, and if you want to see other things that you can do with AI, then you can subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on my future videos. Have a great day.